So, it's the 4th of July, and what I want to do right now is I want to give a huge shout out to Major Jason Watson of the United States Air Force. Now, if no one has heard that name before, he is the major from the Air Force that um, spoke out against Trump's administration and is calling for the impeachment, conviction, and removal of Trump and Vance for reasons we all know. Um, Illegal war in Iran, um, illegal attack of Venezuela, uh, his ICE immigration customs enforcement goons, um, gunning down Renee Good and Alex Preddy back in January. Um, the illegal, I think, concentration camps that are being run by private corporations. Okay. Um, People are making money off of the housing of um, incarcerated immigrants. People are making tons of money off of these incarcerated immigrants. People who are being incarcerated for a misdemeanor, which is being in this country illegally, having crossed the border illegally. That's a misdemeanor. That is not something that requires a lengthy jail sentence. So, this is why, oh, and of course, 13 service members that were killed in Iran and the hundreds more that were injured. These are illegal acts, things that a president of this country should know better and not do them. But Trump is trying to exert some he-man, manly madness, trying to prove to the world that he is strong. He reminds me of a Packlid. Anyone that has listened to my videos, this is the first time I'm going to mention it, but I used to watch Star Trek The Next Generation. And one of the races that they came across, the Enterprise came across, was a race called the Packlids. And the Packlids were, by nature, not intelligent people. Basically, not even intelligent enough to be spacefaring. So, but they do use their unintelligence as a way to steal technology. And because of that, they're all, we are strong, or we are smart. That is who Trump reminds me of, Packard. But most of us know that it's not real. It's an illusion. Excuse me, a delusion. And that Trump is a delusional person. He is not living in the real world. So, my hats off, shout out. I was wearing a hat. Shout out to Major Jason Watson, showing absolute patriotism for doing what he did, giving his speech, calling for the impeachment of and the conviction and removal of Trump and Vance, going up on the steps of Congress, outside, of course, and getting arrested. He knew what the stakes were. He knew what would happen, and he did it anyway. That is what a soldier does. It's called self-sacrifice. You know what the consequences could be, but still you do them anyway. But on a different topic, I want to talk about um, the elections that are going to be coming up here in November. Quite honestly, it doesn't really matter who is in power, Republican or Democrat, or who is in office, Republican or Democrat. My life doesn't really change that much. I have known people that really honestly couldn't work full time because they had kids, but that's not the reason why they couldn't work full time. If they worked full time, they'd have lost their medical coverage. Yes, it was Medicaid, but they would have lost it because they'd have been making too much money. And that's a problem. You make too much money to have Medicaid or too much money to have SNAP benefits, but it's still not enough money to cover all the bills, to pay the rent, to keep the lights on. So you have to, they had to decrease their hours that they worked so they could keep their benefits, so they could take care of their kids. That is one of the things that is wrong with this country. And that is one of the things that is really wrong with Republicans, but pretty wrong with Democrats too. And that's why what we need to elect now are Democratic Socialists. We need a House and a Senate full of nothing but Graham Plattners, James Tallaricos, Malat Kiros. That's who we need. We need leaders like Zoran Mamdani that say what they mean and mean what they say, that follow through on their promises. That is what we need. We need people in Congress that will fight for the people, all of the people, not the corporations. We can't have corporate leaders anymore. It doesn't work for this country. It doesn't work for the people of this country. It works for the ultra wealthy, but it doesn't work for the rest of us. You see, those people, you're, the Elon Musks of the country and Jeff Bezos and Peter Thiel and Mark Zuckerberg, they don't have to worry about keeping their insurance. Chances are they're probably self-insured. Because if they get sick, they have a bunch of money that they can just write a check. We don't. This is why we need universal health care. This is a must. This is what we must have. We cannot have another Gilded Age, which is kind of what we're living through right now. But we're not the ones that are enjoying or reaping the benefits of anything. We're not. It's like I said, it's Elon Musk, it's Jeff Bezos, it's Mark Zuckerberg, it's Peter Thiel, it's Howard Lutnick, it's all of those people. They're the ones that are reaping the benefits. What we're reaping is arthritis in our spines and in our necks, mental health issues because of stress. That's what we're reaping. We're not reaping any kind of great and wonderful stuff that this country has the potential to do. I mean, post World War II, this country saw a boom of middle class. When Father Knows Best could go out and work and mom could stay home, take care of the kids, take care of the house, you know, wear her pearl necklaces and her dresses. That's not this anymore. See, and I'm Gen X. I come from a generation where when I got home from school, there was nobody at home to ask me how my day was. I had to take care of a lot of things on my own. Not as much as some kids, but still enough. And I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again, and I'll probably keep saying it because it's as true then as what it is. It's as true now as when she said it then. It's better for everybody when it's better for everybody. This is why we need to elect democratic socialists because nothing changes if nothing changes. And it's time that this country needs big change. Change in the direction of helping out we, the people. So there are my opinions, my ideas, my rant. I just decided to talk about whatever was ended up in my mind. And so on that note, I'm going to end this. If you got anything out of it, if you agree with me, let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe, and share. And then again, my internet friends, please take care of yourselves wherever you are.